Choosing the right niche, or niche as some people pronounce it, for your membership site is probably the most important decision that you're going to make when it comes to having a membership site. You want to make sure that you have enough people who are going to subscribe, that it's a popular enough topic, but you also want to make sure that there's not too much competition, because then you've got to really go out and hard sell your membership site to make sure that people will be more inclined to subscribe to your site than they would be to subscribe to a competitor's site. So in this video, I just want to talk you through some of the different types of membership site niches that you might want to consider. And I suppose the first niche, and one of the most popular types of niche, are hobby niches. And there are probably as many hobby niches as there are hobbies. Every part of the spectrum can be covered. And this is great, particularly if you have a hobby that you'd like to turn into a business, because then, of course, it doesn't really seem like work. So hobby niches are great. Now, hobby niche membership sites work best if you can, first of all, demonstrate tips and tricks. I suppose the best example of this is if you have a video game based hobby site and you can show how to get to the next level and that sort of thing. And it also helps if you can have tutorials. There's lots of hobby sites out there based on restoring classic cars, and they'll have tutorials showing you how you can do a certain job, how you can make something new again, and that sort of thing. And they're very, very useful. And of course, if you're able to let users share ideas, then you can really build your hobby membership site into a real community, a real portal that everybody who's interested in that particular hobby is going to naturally gravitate to. And a good example of a hobby site is this one, thequilt.net, which is all about quilting. And as you can see, you've got some information here in the public domain, but you've also got a lot of information that is just for members. You can click here to access the members area. And you've got resources, things about programs for quilting. There's a blog. There are information about events, news, and so on. And this is really typical of the sort of hobby members site that you could start quite easily. Another really good niche for membership sites is the business or professional niche. Now, when you're looking at this niche, there really are two distinct markets. The first market are for newbies, people who are just starting out in business. And then there are established businesses, and you can make a membership site that's going to counter for each of these two markets individually, or you can go for one that combines both markets. It's up to you, really. Now, let's look at the sort of things that newbies need from a membership site in a business niche. First of all, they're going to need to know the basics. And they are good candidates for course-based membership sites. You could have a membership site that does all sorts of different tutorials on things like how to build a website or how to conduct sales calls, that sort of thing. And they are very popular with newbies because this is knowledge that they don't have. And of course, lots of people who are starting out will gravitate towards the internet marketing or the make money online niche. And this is a very popular niche for membership sites. But of course, because it is a popular niche, there is a lot of competition there. Now, established businesses, their needs are somewhat different to newbies. First of all, they're going to need information that will help take them up to the next level, so they can go from being just a one-man band on to actually building up a viable business with staff and offices and all that other sort of stuff. And they often need support with specific issues. And of those, a lot of people need help with tax and accounting. They need help with hiring employees. They need help with customer relations and that sort of thing. So you could build a site around that, around those specific issues. Now, when you have a membership site aimed at established businesses, then a forum really is essential, because you can get other people who are already established in the business to contribute their input, and that saves you a lot of work. And you can also use the forum as a means of research. You can find out what sort of topics people on your site are interested in, and you can build articles or create products that will address those issues. A good example of a membership site for startup businesses or for business newbies would be Enterprise Nation, which you can see has member resources and a lot of information about starting up a new business. And for more established businesses, something like the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry website is a good one. This is affiliated, of course, with the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry, but is typical of many such sites that you'll find all over the world. And then there are the personal niches, and lots of these can be considered evergreen niches, things that people are going to be interested in over a long period of time, things that's very popular. And of those, probably the two most popular ones are going to be the health-related niche. And health-related niches can be either specific, you can focus on one particular aspect of health or coping with one particular ailment or condition, or they can be more general health niches, keep fit and that sort of thing. And the other one that's very popular is the dating niche, but the dating niche is very oversubscribed. There are lots of different dating sites out there. So you might want to perhaps drill down a bit and be a bit more specific if you decide to have a dating site. You could have something like dating for teenagers, dating for professionals, dating for seniors, etc., etc., etc. And you can apply that sort of logic to other personal niches as well. A good example of a health-related niche membership site would be the Cancer Survivors Network, which is sponsored by the American Cancer Society. And it's got lots of information. There's a forum and discussion boards. There are resources, the chat room, and so on. And you can apply this sort of format to other health-related niches as well. A good example of a dating site would be eHarmony. And again, all of this information on here is user generated. So if you're looking to start a dating site, then something like this is a good model to try and build on. Now, whatever type of niche you decide to go for, you really want to do your homework before you actually start to create the site. You want to make sure that there is a lot of interest in your topic, but that there's not too much competition. So let me share some of my favorite niche research tools that can really help point you in the right direction. And the first is the Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Now, it's quite a long URL, but if you just type Google AdWords Keyword Planner into Google, you'll be redirected to the site. And you can log in with your Google ID. And it basically gives you a lot of information about searches for particular keywords. We're using membership sites for this demonstration. And you can see when trends are, when searches go up and down. And it also gives you a lot of information about how much it would cost you to buy a Google AdWords ad for these particular keywords. And that, I suppose, is its primary purpose. But you can use it just for straight market research. Another one is the SEO Book Keyword Tool, and this gives you a lot of information. It's quite complicated, but there is a video on the site which explains how it all works, and you can find out more at tools.seobook.com/keyword-tools/SEO book. Then there's Market Samurai. Now, Market Samurai can be a bit hard to get your head round to start off with, but once you work out exactly how it works, you can get a lot of information about market research this way. It is a paid-for piece of software, but you can get a free trial, which should be enough to, just to help you get started and set you on your way to doing your market research for your membership site. And there's CB Engine, which you'll find here at cbengine.com. And CB Engine will tell you the most popular products on ClickBank. One tip here is if you come down and click on this radio button here where it says recurring only, yes, then you'll get a list of their top performing recurring payment products, and these are more likely than not to be membership sites, so you can get an idea as to what type of membership site is popular at the moment. And this in itself is also a membership site, and it is actually a very good example of a curated data site as well. So a few ideas to help you find the right niche for your membership site.